Here we have a SAT math problem. Okay, let's go to the question. 6 times square root of 12 divided by 3 negative square root of 5 can be written in the form square root of x positive square root of y, where x and y are positive integers. What is the value of x positive y? Okay, now let me take this value, that is 6 times square root of 12 divided by 3 negative square root of 5. In denominator, we have an irrational number. Okay, let's rationalize the denominator. For that, we have to multiply both numerator and denominator by the conjugate of the denominator. Conjugate of the denominator means we have to change the sign in the middle. Already we have negative, so it has to be changed to positive. Then we get 3 positive square root of 5 divided by 3 positive square root of 5. Okay, then let's multiply this one and this one. That is, we can write them together. 6 times square root of 12 times 3 positive square root of 5. Okay, now let me consider an algebraic identity, the difference of two squares. This a square negative b square equals to, it can be written in factor form, that is a negative b times a positive b. Now, let's think about the stuff on the right side. Whenever we multiply two binomials in this form, it can be written as the difference of two squares as we have on the left side. Now, let's consider the multiplication of these two binomials. So 3 negative square root of 5, 3 positive square root of 5. So the product of these two binomials is exactly in this form. So we can write the product of these two binomials as the difference of two squares, like a square negative b square. So for that, at the place of a, we have to write 3. At the place of b, we have to write square root of 5. Then we get 3 square negative square root of 5, the whole square. Okay, here this square root and square will cancel out 6 times. This square root of 12 can be written as 2 times 3. 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 2 is 12 times 3 positive square root of 5 divided by the value of 3 square is 9, and here we have 5. Okay, let me continue. 6 times. For every two same numbers multiplied inside the square root, one number can be taken out. So for these two 2's, 1 2 can be taken out. Then we have 3 inside the square root times 3 positive square root of 5 divided by 9 negative 5 is 4. Okay, here 2 goes into 2 1 times and 2 goes into 4 2 times. Here 2 goes into 2 1 times and 2 goes into 6 3 times. Then we get 3 times square root of 3 times 3 positive square root of 5. Okay, now we can distribute this 3 times square root of 3 to this 3. Then we get 9 square root of 3. When I distribute this one to this, I am getting a positive 3 times square root of 3 times square root of 5. Okay, 9 times square root of 3 positive 3 times. Here we multiply two square roots. So what we can do is we can take square root in common and multiply the numbers inside the square root. Then we get 3 times 5 is 15. Okay, now we can write this 9 as square root of 81. And we can write this square root of 3 as it is positive. We can write this 3 as square root of 9. And we can write this one as it is. That is square root of 15. Here we multiply two square roots. We can take a square root in common. Let's multiply the numbers inside the square root. 81 times 3 is 243 positive. The same thing we can do over here. We can take square root in common. 9 times 15 is 135. Okay, I have written the given number in this form, square root of x positive square root of y. So when I compare this one and this one, at the place of x, we have 243. Let me write x equals to 243. At the place of y, we have 135, y equals to 135. Okay, our aim is to get the value of x positive y. Okay, let me do it. X positive y equals to, for x, we can plug in 243. For y, we can plug in 135. X positive y equals to, when I add these two numbers, I am getting 378. Okay, here I got the value of x positive y, that is 378.